Isang nakakagulat na pangyayari ang yumanig sa political scene matapos umanong tumestigo si Justice Secretary Boying Remulla laban sa Pangulo sa isang closed-door hearing. Ayon sa mga initial report, nagbigay umano siya ng testimonya na naglalaman ng seryosong impormasyon na maaaring maka-impluwensya sa ilang malaking issue sa loob ng administrasyon. Bagamat hindi pa inilalantad sa publiko ang buong detalye, sapat na ang mga lumabas na impormasyon para magdulot ng matinding ingay at paghahati ng opinyon sa publiko. Dahil sa biglaang paglutang ng testimonya, agad na naglabas ng reaksyon ang kampo ng Pangulo. Ilang opisyal ng palasyo ang nagsabing nagulat sila sa bigat ng mga pahayag at patuloy pa raw nilang inaalam ang kabuuang konteksto ng isinampa ni Remulla. May ilan pang nagpahayag na maaring bahagi lamang ito ng mas malawak na political maneuvering, lalo na't papalapit ang ilang mahahalagang kaganapan sa gobyerno. Gayunpaman, hindi may tatanggi na nagdulot ito ng tensyon at pag-aalala sa hanay ng administrasyon. Habang tumitindi ang interes ng taong bayan, nanawagan naman ang ilang eksperto na hintayin ang opisyal na paglilinaw bago gumawa ng konklusyon. Sinabi nilang mahalagang malinawan ang tunay na laman ng testimonya at kung ano ang magiging implikasyon nito sa pamahalaan. Sa ngayon, nananatiling nakatutok ang mata ng publiko sa susunod na magiging pahayag ng palasyo at ng Justice Department habang patuloy na umiinit ang usapin sa mundo ng politika.
Ang boto ko ay no, lalo na dahil inuuna natin ang kaso niya kaysa sa mga mas seryosong isyong kinakaharap ng isa sa mga kasamahan natin. Isang kapwa kong Batanggenyo na nandito ngayon na bumoto sa kaso ni Congressman Barzaga. Hindi ba nakakahiya maging miyembro ng Kongreso dahil parang naging normal na meron tayong isang kasamahan na inakusahan na nagbayad para sa mahigit 100 billion pesos ng mga kontrata sa DPWH?
Ano po ba mas mabigat na kasalanan? Ang magmiyaw o ang magnakaw?
Whatever punishment may fall upon me and others who stand against this president who has lost his constitutional mandate of serving the people is inconsequential in relation to the amounts of lives and future.
Yan ho sila dyan sa House of Representatives. Pagka binabanatan na yung mastermind, nagpo-point of order. Hindi pwedeng banatan si Marcos Jr. Suspendido itong ating congressman dyan sa House of Representatives. Ilinabas na ho ng Committee on Ethics ang kanilang hatol kaugnay doon sa ethics complaint na isinampa dito kay Congressman Kiko Barzaga dyan sa House of Representatives. Pero bago yan, isang like at isang subscribe. Masaya na ho tayo dyan at sa mga gusto sumali sa ating community, yung join button nandyan lang ho sa baba. Wala ho tayong maraming pag-uusapan dito sa video na to. Re-recta ho kagad tayo dito sa kamag-anak siguro ni Abalos ito. Siya ho ang bumasa sa hatol laban dito kay Congressman Kiko Barzaga. Ang problema lang kasi dito kay Congressman Kiko Barzaga, hindi marunong makisama eh. No, hindi siya marunong makisama doon sa mga magnanakaw. Hindi siya marunong makisama doon sa mga proponent. Yan ang problema kay Congressman Kiko Barzaga. Hindi ka kasi marunong magnakaw. Pero kung marunong kang magnakaw, marunong kang makisama sa mga proponent, marunong kang mag-insert, anak ng tokwa, sigurado, hindi ka masususpinde dyan sa House of Representatives. Pinagtulong-tulungan yung isang congressman na kung saan naging boses ng sambayanan sa mga nakalipas na panahon. Rekta na ho tayo dito sa mga kabalbalan dyan sa House of Representatives. Para sa mga taga Cavite, para sa mga taga Cavite, sa mga constituent nitong si Congressman Kiko Barzaga, alam ko, masasaktan kayo dito sa balita na to. Pero alam nyo na kung paano babawian yung mga siraulo ng mga congressman dyan sa House of Representatives. Yung siraulong mga matataas na opisyal ngayon sa ating bansa. Sa 2028 election, alam nyo na ho gagawin. Huwag iboto ang mga adik at siraulo. Ito na ho, rekta ho tayo dito.
Privileges upon a unanimous vote of all members present. There being quorum, acquired jurisdiction over the verified complaint docketed as committee case number 3, entitled Representative Ronaldo V. Puno et al. Versus Representative Francisco Kiko A. Barzaga of the 4th District of Cavite for violation of Section 141A, Rule 20 of the Rules of House of Representatives on the Code of Conduct, Section 4C of...
Yan o, si Congressman JC Abalos, kamag-anak ko siguro nito ni, anak ba ito ni Benhur Abalos? Ito ba yung anak ni Ben Rabalos? Kapatid, kung ano man to ni Ben Rabalos, siya ho ang may awak ng Ethics Committee. O ito na ho ang hatol niya dito kay Congressman Kiko Barsaga. Pagka ikaw hindi marunong magnakaw, hindi marunong mag-insert, hindi kaibigan ng mga proponent, at hindi ka malapit sa Malacanang, malamang sa malamang, masususpendi ka dyan sa House of Representatives.
Of Republic Act 6713 or the Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officials and Employees, Article 142 of the Revised Penal Code, and conduct prejudicial to the best interest of the service. It likewise determined the sufficiency in form and content of the sworn complaint. Hence, pursuant to Section 2E, Rule 1 of the Rules of Procedure of the Committee, the committee has considered the sworn complaint and the committee...
Dami nilang rules, no? Ang dami nilang rules. Isang rules lang ang wala sila. Bawal magnakaw.
has the honor to inform the House of its findings and recommendations. Mr. Speaker, the Committee on Ethics and Privileges Secretariat received on September 17, 2025, a verified complaint dated September 16, 2025 against Representative Francisco Kiko A. Barsaga of the 4th District of Cavite for alleged violation of Section 141A of the Rules of the House, Republic Act 6713, otherwise known as the Code of Conduct, Section 142 of the Revised Penal Code, and conduct prejudicial to the best interest of the service. The complaint has 25 pages.
Buhay pa pala si Kong Hun. Ba't nangayaya yan si Kong Hun? Nai-stress ka na ba? Anong nangyari dyan kay Kong Hun? Ba't nagmukhang kalansay na yan?
Including the verification and a certification of non-forum shopping. It was signed and filed by 29 complainants, namely Representatives Ronaldo V. Puno, Jeffrey P. Ferrer, Ronaldo M. Valeriano, Brian S. Yamsuan, Nico Raul S. Daza, Christopher Sheen P. Gonzalez, Augustina Dominic C. Pancho, John Gesnil L. Yap II, Rosalie A. Salvame, Alexandria P. Gonzalez, Antonio A. Ferrer, Sun J. Shimura, Alfredo D. Marañon III, Lawrence R. Defensor, Dimsar M.
Pagka ba naman hindi kayo nag-unanimous dyan sa pagboto na yan, nasuspendin itong si Congress Miao, wala na. Baka pati kayo masuspendido din. Katakot nyo na lang kay Martin Romualdez.
Sally, Miguel Luis R. Villafuerte, Vicencio Renato Luigi R. Villafuerte, Franz S. Pumaren, Karen Hope Flores Garcia, Maria Angela S. Garcia, Antolin A. Oreta III, Carlos A. Loria, Crispin Diego D. Remulla, Romeo M. Acop, Alfelito M. Bascug, Jerry Evangelista Perez, Adrian J. C. Advincula, Eddie Bong G. Plaza, and Jennifer Karen A. Lagbas. These all 29 complainants are members coming from the National Unity Party, a registered political party in the Philippines. The complaint alleged that on 11 and 12 of September 2025, respondent violated and continued to violate, by means of his official social media platforms, the established standards of conduct for members of House of Representatives. The respondent posted statements on his verified Facebook pages, Congressman Kiko Barsaga and Kiko Barsaga Official, scurrilous attacks against government institutions and officials, which constitutes conduct unbecoming of a member of Congress.
Yun, unbecoming yun. Yung attack, yung pagbatigo sa pamahalaan, unbecoming yun. Pero yung pagnanakaw, yan ang number 1 dyan sa House of Representatives. Pagka ikaw magaling na proponent, magaling mag-insert at magaling makiusap kay Marcos Jr., hindi ka masisibak dyan. Pero ikaw, pagka nagsalita ka, kaugnay sa mga nangyayaring nakawan sa pamahalaan, unbecoming. Pero pagka ikaw nagnanakaw, alakpakan sila dyan.
The complainants alleged that these social media posts in his verified Facebook pages contain language and imagery that employ derogatory and inflammatory rhetoric against government institutions, use vulgar and inappropriate language unbefitting a public official, promote divisiveness and undermine public confidence in government, and violate standards of decorum.
Kapal naman na mukha nyo, nagnanakaw na nga kayo dyan sa House of Representatives. Gusto nyo yung confidence ng tao, nasa inyo pa? Lahat na lang sa inyo na. Anak ng toko, wala na nga kayong ginawa dyan kung hindi puro nakawan. No, budget, nakawan. Implementation, nakawan. Hindi ko sinasabi yan si JC Abalos ha. Sinasabi ko yung mga kasama nyo dyan. Linawin natin, hindi yan si JC Abalos. Yung institution na yan, naging pugad ng nakawan. Unbecoming, anak ng Petrang Garapata. Si Raulo ka ba, Brad? Ha?
Expected of members of Congress. Screenshots of the said posts constituting 24 pictures found in said social media pages were included as annexes by the complainants in their verified complaint, which later marked as their exhibits. Complainants admitted that while some of the posts were posted prior to Representative Barsaga's assumption as a House member,
So pagka naging congressman ka na, kahit na ano pong makita mong pagnanakaw sa pamahalaan, di ka na pwedeng magsalita. Ganun ba yon? So yung pagiging boses mo ng iyong mga constituent dyan sa bulwagan na yan, kung sakaling sinasabi ng mga nasasakupan mo, Congressman, please, maging boses ka namin dyan sa House of Representatives. Punahin mo ang mga nangyayaring nakawan sa pamahalaan. Bawal yon, ganon. Unbecoming sa isang congressman. Sira ulo pala kayo eh.
the crude and considerably lewd pictures remain posted and publicly visible despite his election as a district representative, which now bear the congressional title Congressman Kiko Barsaga. Complainants alleged that by allowing the pictures and what it depicts to remain public on his social media accounts, Representative Barsaga effectively republished the materials as part of his current conduct as a House member in the present Congress. The public posts have been reshared multiple times.
Magkano kaya bayad dito sa mga to, no? Magkano kaya bayad dito sa mga taga-Committee on Ethics na to? Sweldo! Magkano sweldo nila?
Placing the government...
Wala bang may insertion sa inyo dyan? Wala bang proponent sa inyo dyan? Anak ng tao ka. Yung mga walang insertion at hindi proponent, hindi nagnakaw, sila nasususpende. Pero yung mga nagnanakaw, mga proponent, ayun, nagpapakasasa.
and its officials in ridicule
Labo.
and rendered them objects of public mockery.
Labo!
The complainants alleged further that the totality of the conduct of Representative Barsaga constitute 4 causes of action. Number 1, violation of Section 141A, Rule 20 of the House Rules. 2, violation of Section 4C of Republic Act 6713, otherwise known as the Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards of Public Officials and Employees. 3, violation of Article 142 of the Revised Penal Code.
Ang dami nilang Code of Ethics, no? Wala, hindi lang kasama dun sa Code of Ethics sila, bawal ang magnakaw. Hindi ko talaga nila sinama yon. Kasi yun talaga gagawin nila dyan sa House of Representatives kung hindi magnakaw na magnakaw. Yung mga proponent, yung mga nag-insert, hindi naman lahat. Merong mababait na congressman dyan, merong matitinong congressman. Nandyan nga si Congressman Miao eh. Hindi natin linalahat. Nandiyan si Congressman Paulo Duterte, Paulo Marcoleta, Congressman Ungab. Maraming matitino dyan, pero karamihan magnanakaw.
And 4, conduct unbecoming of a member of the House and prejudicial to the best interest of the service. Complainants sought...
Ano ba yung best interest of the service? Makapag-insert, makakuha ng proyekto, kasi congressman, contractor, ganon. Yun ba yung interest of the service? Dapat makapag-insert na sandamukal sa budget. Makuha yung mga tag dito, mga proyekto sa pamahalaan.
Committee fined Representative Barsaga guilty of violating Rule 20 of the House Rules of House of Representatives and Republic Act 67.
Sa maliit na kaparaanan, i-share nyo itong video na to sa pagpapakita ng suporta dito kay Congress Miao. Ha? I-share ho natin itong video. Ginawan ko na ho na reaction video para mapakita ho natin kung gaano kasi sira ulo yung mga polisiya nila dyan sa House of Representatives. Okay lang magnakaw. Basta wag mo lang batikusin ang administrasyon.
13 and impose upon him appropriate sanctions as may be provided by law and the House rules. Complainants likewise sought that the committee direct the respondent to refrain from similar conduct in the future.
So lahat ng mga sa susunod na panahon, di na siya pwedeng magsalita, ganon. Ang kapal naman ang mukha nyo dyan. So ano na lang kayo dyan, isa kayong grupo na kung saan tahimik kayo, sabay kunyari nagbabantay sa kaban ng sambayanan pero sumasalakay pag wala nang nakatingin, ganon. Ikaw naman, Congressman J.C. Avalos, yung sinasabi mong nanakaw ka ha, pero marami ka dyan kasama.
Mr. Speaker, on October 7, 2025, Respondent Representative Barsaga filed his answer to the verified complaint. Respondent denied all allegations and sought the dismissal of the complaint. His core defense is that the questioned Facebook posts constitute protected political speech made in good faith as part of legitimate public discourse. He further contended that the posts merely constitute expressions of opinion of matters of public concern that is protected under Article 3, Section 4 of the 1987 Constitution and are part of the legitimate exercise of a legislator's oversight and representative functions. He argued that none of the cited acts rise to the level of ethical misconduct, sedition, or conduct unbecoming of a House member or even prejudicial to the best interest of the service. He further stated that there is no substantial evidence to support the allegations which are mere mischaracterization of the respondent's action. Committee deliberations, determination of jurisdiction, and substantial compliance with form and content of the complaint. Mr. Speaker, in an executive session on September 29, 2025, the committee held its initial deliberation on the sworn complaint and, by a unanimous vote of all the members present, the committee acquired jurisdiction over the subject matter and determined that the sworn complaint substantially complied with the requirements of Section 24 on form and content of a sworn complaint. Thereafter, the committee sent a transmittal notice containing the formal charges to Representative Barsaga, furnishing him a copy of the sworn complaint and the committee rules of procedure. The committee directed respondent to file his response within 10 calendar days from receipt thereof, furnishing copies to the complainants. Initial review and attempt at conciliation. Mr. Speaker, during the conduct of the initial review on the case during the second regular meeting of the committee on October 13, complainant Deputy Speaker Puno on behalf of the other 29 complainants presented their case before the committee, citing the case hinges on 4 causes of action and that the evidence for the causes presented were already included in the complaint. On the part of the respondent, Barsaga, his counsel, Attorney Villa, stated that the respondent will not be making any more statement other than those mentioned in the respondent's answer. The respondent came in late during this meeting and was able to arrive only after his case. Thereafter, the committee decided to create a subcommittee on conciliation composed of 5 members, 3 from the majority and 2 members from the minority, namely Representative Domogan as presiding officer, chairperson, Representative Tanwatco, Representative Garcia. For the minority, Representative Chel Jokno, and Senior Deputy Minority Leader Egay Arise. In the special meeting of the Committee on Ethics held on November 19, 2025, Representative Domogan, the presiding officer of the Subcommittee on Conciliation, reported that only the complainants submitted their manifestation of unwillingness to undergo conciliation. On the other hand, respondent did not submit any written manifestation and instead verbally relayed his unwillingness to enter into conciliation. During the meeting, the respondent did not further comment on the matter. Instead, when approached by the members, respondent signified his unwillingness. Representative Domogan then considered the conciliation terminated and closed. Thus, the committee terminated the conciliation proceeding and decided to continue with the initial review of the case. During the deliberation, the pleadings submitted were considered pieces of evidence on record by the parties as follows. For the complainants, verified complaint of the complainants dated September 16, 2025, including 24 annexes. Number 2, complainant's reply to respondent's answer dated October 6, 2025. Number 3, manifestation dated November 6, 2025. For the respondent, he provided an answer to the verified complaint dated October 6, 2025 with 1 annex. There being no additional submissions from the parties, the committee terminated the initial review on the case and decided to proceed with the formal adjudicatory hearing on the alleged improper conduct or violation committed by the respondent on the basis of Section 31A, Paragraph 3, Rule 6 of the committee rules, which provides that further committee action is appropriate because the alleged improper conduct or violation is within the jurisdiction of the committee, and there is reason to believe that the alleged improper conduct or violation may have occurred. The committee set the formal adjudicatory hearing on November 24, 2025, where the chairperson directed the parties to submit to the committee the documents enumerated in Section 40B of the committee rules on or before the scheduled adjudicatory hearing. The parties were notified of the schedule in open hearing. Mr. Speaker, the committee conducted the adjudicatory hearing on November 24. Present during the hearing were complainant representatives Daza, Pumaren, Perez, Valeriano, Remulla, Lagbas, Ferrer, Oreta III, Loria, and counsels Attorney Lobo and Attorney Lo. However, Both respondent, Representative Barsaga, and his counsel were not present and instead filed an urgent motion for postponement only minutes prior to the hearing. The motion for postponement was denied by the committee after due deliberations. In addition, the chairperson, pursuant to Section 40F of the committee rules, ruled to deny the motion of Representative Barsaga in his manifestation and motion dated November 20, 2025, to call Representative Advincula as one of the complainants as his witness on the ground of irrelevancy to the subject matter of the case. Upon the commencement of the formal hearing, complainants, through counsel, Attorney Lobo, manifested that they will not be submitting additional evidence for the complainants and will adopt the verified complaint, reply, and manifestation as their exhibits. The complainant had their exhibits marked accordingly as follows. Exhibit A, verified complaint dated September 16, 2025. Exhibits A1 to A24, social media posts of Representative Barsaga with their respective links. Exhibit B, reply to respondent's answer dated October 6, 2025. Exhibit C, manifestation dated November 6, 2025. Mr. Speaker, the committee resolved to set the continuation of the adjudicatory hearing on the case Wednesday, November 26, 2025, with notice to respondent Barsaga that he should personally appear with or without counsel, with stern warning that failure to appear will result to a waiver of his right to cross-examine the complainants and for the committee to have its final determination under Section 41, Rule 7 of the Committee Rules of Procedure. Thereafter, Mr. Speaker, the chairperson issued an order directing both parties and their respective counsels to be present in the continuation of the adjudicatory hearing set on November 26. On November 26, the committee continued its adjudicatory hearing on the case through special meeting. Complainant, Representatives Valeriano, Daza, Oreta III, and their counsels, Attorneys Lobo and Marasigan, and the respondent, Representative Barsaga, and his counsel, Attorney Villa, were present. The committee approved the prayer of the manifestation and motion of the complainants to limit the number of their witnesses to be presented for cross-examination by the respondent to Rep. Daza and Valeriano. The complainants presented each of the 24 subject social media posts alleged in the complaint and explained to which particular causes of action each post pertained. Respondent Barsaga and his counsel conducted the cross-examination to witness Representative Daza. However, since both respondent and his counsel have been conducting cross-examination alternatively, upon motion by Representative Jokno, duly seconded, the committee decided that only the counsel of Representative Barsaga should conduct the cross-examination of Representative Valeriano. The complainants waived their right to conduct redirect examination, and instead, both parties were given their respective final statements, after which Representatives De Lima, Acosta, Abalos, Abante, and Guerin propounded clarificatory questions directly to respondent Representative Barsaga. The committee then terminated the formal adjudicatory hearing. After exhaustive deliberation of the matter,
senador dito kay BP Sara. Titiket na ako para kung manalo ko pagdating ko sa Senado. Sige, doon kami debate ni Tito Sen.
Naku, mga ka-reaction. Alam mo, Tito Sen, ginalit mo lang si Anjo Iliana eh. Wala namang planong tumakbong senador yan eh. Ginalit mo eh. Gusto lang yan vice mayor eh, di ba? Eh, natalo nga lang siya kasi siguro kulang sa pondo. Pero mga ka-reaction, dito nakita natin si Anjo Iliana. Hindi ko sinasabing gugustuhin siya ng 100% ng mga DDS. Kasi po alam po ninyo yung mga DDS. Kapag nararamdaman nila na talagang hindi ka patunay o hindi ka pa talaga yung suporta ng mga DDS, yung ibang DDS medyo paganon-ganon pa sa'yo. Pero kung magpapatuloy itong si Anjo Iliana sa ginagawa niya yan hanggang 2028, ay malamang sa malamang baka bibit-bitin din siya ng mga DDS, Pero dito mga kareaksyon ng malaking katanungan. Ito po ang malaking katanungan dito. Bakit ginagago ng Itbulaga si Anjo Iliana? Maraming alam niya si Anjo. Sige, sabi niyo, pasabugin ninyo yung bulok ni Anjo. Walang problema kay Anjo yan. Walang problema kay Anjo yan. Ang problema ninyo, kapag pinasabog ni Anjo Iliana, si Tito Soto, yung bulok niya, yung bahong tinatago ni Tito Soto, Ito mga kareaksyon tanghaling tapat. Walang ulan. Tuyo yung mga bubong, pero binahapo mga kareaksyon na yan. Plus flood, plus flood. Mga reaction plus flood dyan. Oy, saldi ko. Marty Romales, manood kayo dito. Mga panood po ninyo. Yan po mga reaction, biglaan po yan, Walang ulan pero binaha, Mga reaction, mudslide nga mudslide. Mudslide, Ayun o mga kareaksyon o. Grabe po mga kareaksyon. Inanod na po yung mga sasakyan o. Grabe, mudslide eh. Parang putik eh o. Hindi kaya galing to sa mga minahan, sa mga minahan na ano, na mga kolorum di ano.
Parang gusunod.
Walang ulan dyan mga kareaksyon ha. Grabe po mga kareaksyon no. Mga punyetang mga congressman na nagnakaw ng flood control fan. Bongbong Marcos, nakita mo yun? Diba, kasi napakagara mo Bongbong Marcos nung kampanya nung 2025. Napakalupit ng stage ninyo. Hindi ko alam kung magkano sinuporta mo kay Pampilo Lacson tsaka kay Tito Soto. Binigyan mo ba sila ng milyon-milyon o bilyon-bilyong pera? Tanong lang. Diba? Dapat siguro mga punyetang magnanakaw